Hello everyone and welcome back to my live. So today I've got my nice clinky jewellery. I went and got this with a voucher yesterday because I was feeling a bit miserable because my foot ulcer's worse. So I'm jangling jewellery. I might take the earrings out actually because they're just going to get in the way, I think, when I'm doing my makeup, and I'll put them back in when I've finished. So it'll give me time to take them out while people are joining me. Hi, Shoshana. Hello. So I've done my moisturiser. I thought I'd use Charlotte's foundation today because I haven't used that for a while. And it seems to me, by the feedback I had the other day, that you all like the look with the Pat McGrath palette. So I thought today what I would do is I would do another look. And it was interesting because I actually decided I was going to keep it really, really simple. And yet I think it went down really well. So it just goes to show that when you do a simple look and you don't try and overcomplicate it, it actually works quite well. Now, one thing I'm going to repeat. My buzzer might go because I am expecting a parcel since last week. I was out on my appointment and then I was asleep, whatever. If the buzzer goes, I don't like to see myself on camera walking. It's got nothing. I don't care about you guys seeing me. But I don't like seeing me on camera walking. I never have. So if the buzzer goes, I'm just going to cover the camera while I go to the door, or just turn the camera around or something, okay? So, yeah, it's just my one thing. I'm very comfortable in my skin in every other respect, but we all have something, don't we? And I just, you know, I walk with a lot of difficulty, and I don't visualise myself like that. I visualise myself as an energetic woman, and it kind of brings it home to me so much that I'd rather not know. I kind of know it up here. I just don't want to see it. Anyway, enough of that. Right, let's get going. I need to get a foundation brush. How are you? I've still got this cough. How are you, Shoshana? It's going gradually, but it's just lingering a bit long. I'll use this brush. So I thought today I'll use Charlotte Tilbury. I haven't used her foundation or her primer for a while. So I thought I would do that. And I thought I'd use her Brightening Youth Glow because I haven't used that for a while. So better give this a shake because it is. Now, another thing is, so I'm going to use the Pat McGrath palette from last week, but just letting you know that I've also got another one, my third one, I know. But I was made an offer I just couldn't refuse. So, covering, oh, I'm sure. But you know what? Sometimes, Shoshana, when my back's bad and stuff, obviously you're recovering from surgery, so that's a bigger deal. But there's lots that you can do that don't, you know, take too much movement, if you like. So, you know, I do think it makes a big difference. It certainly does with me. At the moment, again, not on the same scale as you, but I've got this foot ulcer that is refusing to heal, and it actually got worse since last week. So I was pretty miserable. And if I don't put, you know, a lot of the days I'm not going out because I've been told to rest. If I don't do my skincare and put some makeup on, I know I will sink. Whereas once I've got my face on, I just feel better. And my other half, I still don't think he gets it because he comes in and he says, have you been out today? And I say, no, I can't go out. And he's kind of looking at my face, and then he knows not to ask now. As though to say, but you know, you're all glammed up. And I never used to be like that. I never used to be like that, you know. Before my mobility was as much of a problem. I'd have days and days with no makeup on if I wasn't going out. But now to me, it's really important because otherwise I would sink. So, you know, even if you can only manage whatever you feel that you can manage, I know that it will make you feel better. Even if it's using some skincare wipes, get some skincare wipes and a bit of BB cream. It will just lift you, you know, and make you feel better. For me, I liken putting makeup on to mindfulness. Because when I'm in the zone, putting my makeup on and creating a look, I can be in a lot of pain and I can completely switch off from it. And so it helps me. That's good. And you know what? Now's the time to get all those lovely little gift sets. When I was in hospital once, I went on to QVC. And I think my mum ordered it for me. It wasn't anything to do with my disability. I had my gallbladder removed. But I'd been ill for a long time leading up to it. So I was feeling pretty low. And I remember I ordered that, a little sort of try me set from QVC. So it had a moisturiser and whatever. It's all in a little kit. And she brought it into hospital in little try. Oh, it was great because you could try out all different products. They weren't going to last for very long, but you could try out all different things. You can see my eyes come alive. So anyway, what I was saying to you is I've actually got another Pat McGrath. I will show it you because I was offered a deal I couldn't refuse from one of my viewers who I'm going to leave it up to her whether she says it was me or not. But she basically got the palette in the sale and then got it for Christmas. So she had a spare and she wanted to sell it. So I bought it from her. So you know who you are. Thank you so much. It arrived this morning. I just couldn't resist, given that, you know, there's all that flying in from the US and all of that and all the taxes you have to pay and whatever. So, you know, I won't say how much or everything. That's obviously personal between me and her. But it did make me think. I tend to buy stuff that I know I'm going to use on this channel. I'm not a YouTuber that buys a whole collection and then has it sitting around and have to get rid of it. If I do get anything... Oh, is she British? I didn't know that. If I do get anything that I don't want... you know, I will let you know. You all know on here if you want, and see if anybody wants to buy it. Or likewise, if you've got anything that you want to sell. I mean, I can't be responsible for any transactions you do between yourselves. You know, obviously. But if there is something that you want to sell and you want, because I know some of you guys have started chatting to one another. You're like a little Ali M's family, which I love. You know, do let us know. Hi, Linda. I really didn't know Pat McGrath was from the UK. I just assumed. I haven't seen her talking or anything. Now, this Magic Foundation, it's not... Why is it not giving me the coverage I want? That's really strange. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine once I put some powder on it. I will look her up online. I must... I've looked at some YouTube reviews, but they tend to be just the demonstrations of the makeup looks. I haven't actually seen her talking. So you guys have introduced me to this world of Pat McGrath. Now, the other thing is, in the UK, we have Cult Beauty, so we tend to wait. I was chatting to Elizabeth Spencer last night on... Thank you. I was chatting to Elizabeth Spencer last night on Instagram. We don't have Beautylish or Sephora in the UK, and it tends to be a bit hit and miss whether you get charged customs. So we tend to buy from... There's two main places, Beauty Bay or Cult Beauty. And And so when something's just started to be stopped by Cult Beauty, that's why you'll hear me mentioning it. Whereas if you're in the States, you'll be like, so what? We can get it everywhere here. But they've just started stocking Natasha Denona. So it's going to be a bit dangerous. So there must be an English place to get Pat. There isn't. I think there is one site that I hadn't realised until last week when this viewer told me. There's one site, and I've forgotten what it's called, that you can get the stuff from. But otherwise, I ordered from Pat McGrath. Now, I did actually order. I don't normally order from abroad because you can get stung for customs. And I got stung badly once ordering a lipstick in the sale for £9, and I ended up paying 25. And I thought, I'm not doing that anymore because I got a customs bill. So basically, it ended up being more than the full price. But Pat McGrath, what is good is at the end it says, would you like to be responsible for the customs, which is hit and miss? You'll either be charged or you won't. Or would you like to pay this amount and be guaranteed not to have to pay? So you've got that choice. You either risk it and get charged the earth, or you can pay a set amount, which is what I did when I bought the palette. I paid the set amount. That way, I know I'm not going to get a bill. But no, apparently we used to have a Sephora in the UK, but we don't have that. There's one in Paris, so people that go over to Paris for the day, like my niece went, that's when you put in the list. But we haven't got Sephora. We've got department stores. I know. Do you know the other thing that really bugs me as well is about, Real Techniques. Now, they're both British, Nikki and Sam. But the company, Real Techniques, who approached them to develop the brushes, is from the States. And when they bring out their new brushes, they're very good. I mean, they stock them in Boots and lots of places in the UK. But when they first come out and you think, oh, wow, I want that, it's not available except on their site. And their site sends from the US and you have to pay customs. And I won't do it because I think they're from the UK. It should be, given that they're from the UK, like you said, it should be immediately available to people in the UK. I know. And they sort of say it is what it is because obviously they're tied up to a company that is from the States. They never apologise for that. So I just wait until they're available in the UK. Because we do get good deals once they're available in the UK, but not otherwise. Now I need some powder. I am going to use Charlotte's magic powder, her Genius magic powder. Hold on. Most stuff is within reach, so it's literally one step away with me holding on to the chair. I'll show you this other palette anyway, because it was the other one that I had my eye on, which is why I was so tempted to buy it. And I can do a look with that. But today I promised that I'd do another look. Now, somebody else, I'm not sure she's joining me live, but just in case she joins later on the playback, and I'll put a timestamp to it as well. Someone else asked about a lip liner called Crazy in Love, and she wanted to know about the shade and could I describe it. So I did, and I said, but if you catch me tomorrow, I'll swatch it live, so I'll do that. What's the other palette? The other palette is Mothership 2. Mothership 2 something something. And Sublime. Mothership 2 Sublime. I've just worked out where the name is. It's right on the front. So, yeah, Mothership 2 Sublime. And it's got beautiful emerald green in it. So I've got lots of clothes that are green. I tend to go for greens, purples, burgundies. I've got a couple of navy things, but those, I never used to go for green, but I like that kind of forest emerald kind of green. So I'm just using a setting brush, and I've used Charlotte's Magic Away concealer. Now, a little update about the cleansing duo from Charlotte Tilbury. Because I kind of gave it a bit of a lukewarm review. You know, it's good, but I didn't think it was anything special. But it is starting to grow on me now. And the reason is that when I was using it on my video, it was literally the first time I'd used it. And I was doing it in the morning when there was basically just my overnight phase to cleanse. But I've been using it at night, and I have to say it is really good at removing makeup. That lemon one is really good at removing makeup. And then, of course, you can go in with the second one to make sure that your skin is fully cleansed. And because I was by the sink, my face was wetter for the second one, so I didn't notice any sensitivity. So I'm doing both steps at night, yes. And then in the morning, I'll just use the lemon one if need be. Yeah. Or, to be honest, what I tend to do in the morning more is I've got Elemis micellar water. And I find that just is enough to cool down and soothe my eyes in the morning and just get the remnants of the night's oils off my face. So I kind of like to do that. And then in the evening, I'll do the wash. But yeah, I've been using both steps. So the first step to get rid of the makeup, I've always double cleansed anyway. And then the second, I think, oh, well, I might as well use a second one now to do the second step. So yeah, I am actually really liking it now. So for those of you, because a few of you asked me on comments and I was a bit lukewarm about it, I'm actually starting to really like it. So I'll show you, first of all, you've seen this palette, but I'll show it you, and then I'll show you the other one. So this is the Mothership 5 Bronze Ambition, I think it is. They do get confusing, her names. So that's the Mothership 5, which is the one that I said I'd do another look with today. And then the one that arrived this morning from one of the viewers, who I don't think has joined us yet. Oh, hello, Robin. I've said I'll leave it up to her anyway, whether she says it was me. Is Mothership 2 Sublime. And this one has got this lovely emerald green in it. I'll definitely do a look. Either live or I'll probably do a tutorial in between. So look at that green and the gold. So yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous. So I think I need to cool down now on the you love that. Have you got that one then, Robin? They are. Do you want to see the green on my finger? Look at that. Look at that. So I just can't wait. I can't wait to try that one. But I'm going to do this look this morning because I got myself kind of psyched up to do another look with the... So I'll be a good girl. I'll stick to the original plan. Plus also I've got pinks on today and these are more cooler colours. So I could make it work, but let's stick to the original plan. Right, okay, so let's go in with this. And I'm going to use a bit more of that red metallic today, but I'm also going to use... I want to try and keep it simple again, because when I kept it simple, that's what you all wanted and you liked and you wanted to recreate. So I still haven't haven't planned what I'm going to do because I always like to be spontaneous. I'm just going to get some of the MAC soft ochre, which is behind me. Bear with me. Excuse all the mess behind me, by the way, guys. Stacking up loads of stuff, moving stuff around, organising stuff, and things just get piled up in certain places. I'm not one of these YouTubers that's got this lovely fancy screen behind them. Keeping it real. Okay, so this is MAC soft ochre paint pot. It's always good because with these high-end, high pigment palettes, it's always good to put something like this on first because it kind of, well, it'll stop any staining on your eyelids for a start. But it'll also give a firmer base. And certainly when you've got glitter in eyeshadows, there tends to be a bit of a fallout. So I hope your appointment went well last week, Linda. Not being nosy, but just to let you know I remembered. Mine didn't go so well yesterday, in that my foot was worse this week. So this has been now since November. The problem is right where you weight bear. So she said it's a bit like having a wound and constantly scratching it because you're constantly putting weight on it. There's not a lot you can do apart from keep your feet up as much as possible. So anyway, right, now I'm going to get a blending brush. I didn't get my blending brushes, silly me. I've got my Charlotte Tilbury ones, but I'm going to get these Real Technique ones, excuse me. Right. Yeah, I've set everything up around where I do my filming. So I've moved loads of stuff so that there's a shelf either side of me so that I can kind of do that and get my hands on whatever I need. Right, so I'm going to go in with this transition shade again, which is here. Okay, always best to start that way. You don't have to, but I don't know whether it's a lighting today. I'm not very enamoured with that Magic foundation. I don't know, what do you think, guys? I suppose because I've been using even heavier coverage recently, but it's heavier coverage with a bit of glow. Maybe if I put some Flawless filter over the top, it will be okay. Yeah, I see when I got it, I did love it, but I think it must be because I've been using my MAC one a lot recently, and I've been using, what else? Huda Beauty. And I've gone back to it, and I just put it on, and I don't know, I can still see bits of my pigmentation popping through, but that's probably because it's not as high a coverage, so... And maybe also because my complexion has changed a bit in the winter. It's starting to look a bit yellow. So I'm just putting some of that transition shade underneath. I've just seen your comment, Linda, but it wasn't a live comment, so I'm deliberately not responding in case you wanted to keep that private. But I hope it goes well next week. So, now, I did find that when I was doing this last week, it worked better when I put it on with my fingers. So what I thought I would do is a look that it's going to be a little bit more complicated than last time, but not too much. So I thought what I'd do is, I'm definitely going to use the red because I like the red. But I'm going to do that on the outer one, and then I'm going to do one of the lighter shades, haven't decided which yet, in the centre. And then use the aubergine right tucked in at the sides. But I'm going to put this one on first. What I'm going to do is dampen my finger a bit. So I'll put that on there. And then I'll dampen my finger a little bit. Just a tiny bit. So I'll put it 3/4 of the way along. And actually it's sticking to that soft ochre. And just build it up a little bit. They're so buildable, these shadows. They're great. I know. Right, let me just... I've not done this before, squirting my fingers up. That was probably too much. Now, I've just heard the beep beep of the postman. So if my bell rings, it's very loud, and I will cover the screen so I can't see myself walking. You can explain to those that weren't here at the end. I just don't like people. I don't mind people seeing me walking. I don't like me seeing myself walking on camera. Morning, Pamela. Pamela, I'm so thankful. I know you have to get up really early to watch my videos. And I'm also aware that a lot of you some of you that are in Oz that watch me have to watch me later on because it's too late for you. It's that time of the year where basically it's either too early one side or too late the other. So I might, some weeks, start it a bit earlier to get the ones in Oz. But I do really appreciate everybody that... And I know you set your alarm for me. Now, this looks a bit stark at the moment, but I'm going to pick a shade, another sparkle shade. I haven't decided which one yet. So this is that one. Ooh, there's that one in the middle, which it doesn't show in the camera, but when I look at it under the light, it's got a pink undertone to it. And at the moment, you're seeing it completely gold, but I'm seeing it as kind of a pinky purple, lilac-y undertone, which may show over my eye. Or we have that one, or we have that one. But you see, these are ones that I would normally go for. So I'm trying to move away. I'm going to try this one so that hopefully you'll see there's a bit of a purple. Yeah, you'll see, yeah, it does, doesn't it? They all pop. A lot of her glitter shades pop. I'm going to try this one, which is called Fire Opal, because you'll see that it's got lots of different undertones to the colour, hopefully, when I put it on my lid. Oh dear, I don't think I need to wet my finger for this one. I stopped myself just then from saying, look at that. I'm always saying that, as though you're not looking at that. Now, anyone that feels the need to wet their brush and put this on is just being greedy. Wowzer. Okay, so I now need to build up, obviously, in the lid, otherwise it looks a bit mad. What I might do is this one underneath, this Astral Lunar Gold. I'll see when I put it on. I was wondering what to put in there. Right, so I'm going to now go in with the darker brown, which is called Bronze Blaze, and build up the intensity in the crease. And no, that's not Bronze Blaze, that is. And then right at the edge, I'm really going to pack this aubergine on. Because I do want a contrast between... I know it looks a bit stark at the moment. Don't worry, I'll blend. But I want to get a really good contrast between what I've just done and... So I'm going to take a little bit of the lighter brown to help me blend that out. They blend beautifully anyway. So I really wouldn't worry. When you put it on, you think, oh no, crumbs. You know, that's really severe. How am I going to blend that out? But they really do blend very well. So don't worry. You see what I mean? They just... for some reason, that bit in the corner isn't... There we go. See that? And then I'll go back in again with just this bit. And I'll go in with a less fluffy brush to blend that out. A cleaner, less fluffy brush. I sort of want to smudge it out, if you know what I mean. I don't want it to disperse as much. There we go. And then with the fluffy brush, I'm just going to go above with that warmer brown. That'll do it. Just do the other side. I'm not done yet, guys, because I think what's going to really bring out the beauty of these two colours is the one that I pack right in the corner, which is that aubergine. You see, I'm kind of I'm packing it on, but I'm blending it a little bit at the same time, because I want to blend it, but I don't want it to blend away to nothing. I want a real contrast between... It's almost like a cut crease. I want a real contrast between what I've just done and what I've managed to do most of that with the smudge brush. It's probably looking more like I wanted it than the other side. That sometimes happens. I'm concentrating and you're all concentrating, I think. And then I'm going to take this smudge brush and I'm really going to pack it. So this aubergine at the end, which is called Extreme Aubergine. I love this. I'm really going to pack this in. And you can tell I'm concentrating because my mouth's wide open. Oh, that brush. I don't like that one for what I'm trying to do. Oh, no, I'll stick to it for now. I'll cope with it. By the way, I've been looking at Beauty Bay's own brand. Don't know if others... There's a couple of things that I was looking at. I mean, I spent a lot in the last month or so, so I'm going easy for a little while. But there's a couple of things that I was looking at that I was thinking, oh, I'd like to try on my channel. One of them is their brushes. They look really good quality and really reasonably priced. And the other thing is their eyeshadow palettes, because they've got this really nifty idea. So if anybody's wondering, yes, they're synthetic, but they're beautiful sort of rose gold. They look like the Zoeva ones, but they're a lot cheaper. So you can get like an 18-piece brush kit for £39. But their palettes are, I think they're 28 colours in the palette. And they've got them grouped in terms of where they think you should put them on your eyes. So if you're a bit of a beginner or you're never sure what shades to put where, so they've got like a line of base shade, prime shades, then a line of transition shades, a line of liner shades, a line of pop shades, and a line of highlight shades. So you literally, you follow the line down and you've got one look. And I just wondered, I'm just intrigued to test it out and to see whether following their suggestion makes some really good looks. So you would get, sorry, so with 28... I'm trying to think. Is it 28? I can't remember how many's in the line, but you get quite a few looks. Oh, are they? Okay, Pamela's saying that they've got very little payoff and they're quite dry. Oh, that's a shame, because a lot of the reviews on there are quite good, but I don't know if they vet the reviews. You have to watch some companies. Sounds like maybe they do. Mind you, I have noticed that a lot of people that are reviewing on there, and this is no disrespect to any younger viewers, but a lot of them are very young, and I'm maybe making an assumption, but I'm just, on the whole, in general, I would imagine that younger people have got less money to spend on palettes, so maybe haven't got a Pat McGrath or a Natasha Denona to compare it to. Having said that, I've seen Forcing That. Oh, who was... Really? Oh, scandal. I need to get my tea out, don't I? It's supposed to be called spilling the tea. I'm going to put a bit of this aubergine underneath. Actually, I'm going to use a liner brush. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of the people buying it are younger. And, you know, when I put makeup on my niece is 18. I can put anything on my niece and it looks stunning. You know, I've forgotten what eyelids like that felt like. So it's not one you'd recommend. I'm just trying to blend these two together as much as possible. I was looking to see if one of these had a bit more pink in it that would kind of blend the two together a little bit more. I'm just using the highlighter shade in this to just... So the one that's called... Skin Show Divine Glow. I'm just patting a little bit of that in the centre to just bring those two together a bit more. so it doesn't look too stark. It kind of... what was that comment there? Who's Sunday Riley? Oh, yeah. Skincare brand. They do Luna, which is a really good retinol. I actually haven't tried them, but I've heard good things about them. And I'm going to just carry on, and I use that aubergine on the top as a liner. Mind you, I'm going to go in with some black. This needs black or very dark brown. They're bringing out some new little miniature kits on Cult Beauty. Yeah, well, it makes you doubt. I found that with Amazon as well. I've seen things that say, this is great, 5 stars. And if you click, is a little tip, if you see constantly good reviews on Amazon and you smell a rat, click on the reviewer and look at all their past reviews. And you can see that they're probably sponsored or have got some deal, because they've left all 5-star reviews to all the products that they're reviewing. And they're all in a certain category, like they're all makeup or they're all electronic devices or whatever. It's a shame. And that's why I love doing what I'm doing. I love the fact that actually, at the moment, you know, there may come a point where I think, you know what, I can't afford to just keep buying my own stuff. And I need to make some money out of this. Hopefully not. But I love the fact that I'm not actually making money out of anybody doing this, because I can tell you guys exactly what I think of a product. And it doesn't matter. You know? And I'm not saying that those people that do, that are all like that and they don't tell you the truth. I just think it adds another dynamic, that it makes it very difficult to say this is terrible if you've been sent it for free. It would be for me anyway. Maybe it's not for other people. Now, with my little finger, I'm just taking that Skin Show Divine Glow, the highlighter shade, and just putting that on the top there. And then I will put some black eyeliner on. And we shall finish the eyes.
I'm not sure I understand.
Sorry, that was my watch saying he's not sure he could understand. I've got this thing that you can talk to it. But I didn't speak to him, so there you go. Very handy when I'm on my scooter, because it means that I don't have to reach in to look at the time and stuff. It's one of those, I can actually say what's the time. Right. So I've got this, I love this YSL Kohl. It's not going to last very long because I got it in that mascara set. But it is so soft and so ultra pigmented, so you don't have to press too hard to get a line. The only thing is it says it's waterproof. And I don't think it is. It's quite smudgy. I think it's the price you pay for one that's nice and soft, and it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't seem to set. I'm just going to smudge. It doesn't seem to set very well. Mermaid's tails. Oh. So do you like this look as an alternative? I know it's not as kind of everyday as the other one. Of course, you could just put the red across the entire lid. You could do an all matte look with this, but when you see the glitter shades, it's almost impossible to do that because you just want to use those shimmer shades. But I bet you would do a really really nice matte look as well, that aubergine and the browns. And I'll just do my upper waterline. And I'm going to take that underneath. Smudge it with my fingers. Now, I'll tell you one thing I definitely want to get and try, and I will be getting it very shortly. The other day, I was putting on, I still haven't found it. It's somewhere. My Charlotte Tilbury, you know, her Eye Cheat one, which is a skin colour for your waterline. And I like doing that. Couldn't find it, so I had to use my white one, which I'm going to use now. And then as I was putting it on, I was thinking, do you know what? It's a shame that they don't do white with a hint of. Because if they did white with a slight hint of blue or green that would contrast with brown eyes, actually that would give your eyes a real pop. And I thought, hang on, I don't know that they don't. So I just Googled it in, and NYX do them. And they do them in about 8 shades. And they're £6 each. So I was going to order a couple of them. So they do white with a hint of green and white with a hint of blue. Either of those are going to make brown eyes pop. They do white with a hint of purple, which is going to make any eye pop. And they do white with a hint of pink and whatever. So like if you've got green eyes or blue eyes, there is something there for everyone. And they are white, but they've got a hint of another colour that's going to make your eyes pop. And I kind of get the concept because that's why I went searching for it. So I'm going to get those and I'll definitely do a review at £6 each. I don't know how many to get, but I definitely want a green one and I want a blue one and maybe a purple one. But if you've got blue eyes, you could get one that's sort of got a hint of something a bit warmer to contrast with your eyes. And if you've got green eyes, so green eyes or blue eyes, you might want something with a hint of something warmer to offset the cool colour of your eyes. But I can't wait to try them. So that's by NYX Cosmetics. And I can't remember what they're called. And they do black ones with a hint of as well. I don't know how they work. I suppose it's black with a hint of red or cool black or... Yes, an inner eyeliner. Hi, Maureen. So, that is that. And then I'm just going to use my beloved Upward Lash. Has she? She's got the pastel ones. What colours does she have, Robin? Why is it when you put mascara on that it's impossible to put mascara on without your mouth being open? I really would love someone to explain that to me one day. It's one of life's little mysteries. Why? When I try and shut my mouth. What eyeliner did I use on the upper waterline? It's this one. So I got it in. I bought a YSL mascara at Christmas, and it was just as cheap to get it in a set with this and an eye makeup remover. So it's a little travel size of YSL black waterproof eye pencil. I wouldn't say it's waterproof, but it is so soft and so black. It is really easy to line your eyes with it. So, yeah, I haven't looked up yet what the price is for the full size. But have a look out for the sets because the mascara was about £26 and you got the set for £26. If you're ever at duty free, They probably have them there. They definitely have them at Christmas. And they were selling quite a few of them off in the sale. Oh, right. Pull the eye to the side to apply mascara. See, I haven't curled my lashes today, but I do love this mascara because it does actually give me a curl anyway. But it separates the lashes. It doesn't look clumpy. If you're forcing someone's eyes... Oh, hang on. Oh, we got a reply to my question. If you're forcing someone's eyes to stay open, it's against nature, so mouth opens to keep breathing as part of fight or flight. Ah, of course. Makes sense. Now, I will say one of the best products I think I got last year. Sometimes the best products are the staple products. And I would say that one of the best products I got last year was this MAC brow pen. Because it just allows you to put your brows in so naturally that I'm just giving them a brush first. This isn't the product. But you see where I've got gaps there? Instead of sort of going in and filling it in with a block of colour. It is. And this one, this is the darkest shade they do, which is spiked. Okay? But don't be afraid, because even the darkest one isn't that dark. So you're not going to end up looking like the Incredible Hulk or anything. But you can see, if I do this, I just look like I've got more hairs. Can you see that? So it just allows you to go in and fill in the gaps. And here, where I've got... Yeah, the only thing with any of these pens, the annoying thing is that after a while you have to do that and shake it down because it's going against... The way you're holding the pen is against gravity. So after a while, the flow stops running and you have to kind of do that. But that's going to be with any pen. But I do like this one. And it's got something at the other end, which I don't tend to use as much, which can fill them in as well. So it's got some powder in there, and you dip that in and you can fill it in. But I kind of don't see the point in that. If you've just spent time filling in hairs, then you're just going to cover it with a block of colour. This is very good. I'd highly recommend it. Recommended it to my sister, who went out and got one, and my niece. It's just really good. And, you know, especially if you're quite sparse in areas, you don't like the look of that kind of painted on brow, it's going to give you more of a natural look. You can still outline and stuff like that if you want, but it doesn't look like, see, it doesn't look like, oh, I've outlined my brows. It just looks like human hair. And here at the end where I've always fallen a bit short, you see, it just is wonderful. And I would say it's the most useful product that I've got last year. There's a little gap there. Let's just get that filled in. See? I let it dry down a little bit before I brush through because it is liquid. Now, I promised to show, I don't know if it was going to go with this look, but I promised to show the lip liner to the lady that asked me. I don't think she's joined me. But in case she looks back later on. So she was asking about Crazy in Love. So I need to find that in my little box of lip liners. I'll put it on anyway, just so that she can see it. But, so we got Bond Girl, Iconic Nude, Crazy in Love, there we go. So this is Crazy in Love. So I'm just going to swatch it there. I'll just swatch it. So that is it. It's a like a muted kind of cerise, I would say. Okay. I'll put some on my lips. I might cover it with something else because this is more red. And it doesn't have to match your lipstick to your eyes, but I think the red there is a bit warmer, so I will cover it with something else. But so that is Crazy in Love, and that is the swatch for the lady who asked about that. So I hope you tune in later and you can see this. And what lipstick? What lipstick? What lipstick? I've got my Charlotte Tilbury box here. I'm not going to use the Blitztrance. You've seen that again, but I might invest in a few more Pat McGrath lipsticks. I could of course use Huda, but let's use what I've got in front of me. Dangerous Liaisons, is that going to be a bit too... I always get to this point. I can never decide on lipsticks. I'm terrible. And then I end up swapping them. I know I've heard about her gloss shades. Let's do Scream Siren. But, like I did yesterday, I'll pat something else over the top from her palette. I can tell you're all Pat McGrath groupies, aren't you? So this is Scream Siren Hollywood Lips. This, by the way, is still available. Charlotte Tilbury, of course. Linda, I know what you mean. They are massively expensive. I think the thing with Pat McGrath is I think if you wanted to try something is to say, I'm going to go on a no makeup buy for a few months, and what I would normally spend on something else, I will save up to buy one of hers because it's worth it. And I'll tell you why. You can use her palettes on your face and on your lips, and they work because they're so well pigmented. And also in the holidays, as they said, that's how this lot got me onto them, Linda, because she had a sale on at Christmas with 25% off. So I'll show you actually. So I've just put that Screen Siren. If I put the red metallic over the top, then it will tie in. See? Oh, that goes with my scooter. Actually, let's... You can get them directly from Pat McGrath. There is a place that you can get them from in the UK, and I've forgotten. I think Maureen knows. What, Maureen? Sorry, is it Maureen? Sorry, Maureen. She knows where to get them from because she told me. No, there's a place that you can get them in the UK, an online site in the UK that you can get them from, but I've forgotten the name of it. Right, now I've just made that metallic by pressing that eyeshadow in, but then what I'll do is I will put this one. Let's try another one. So this Astral Lunar Gold, which is this one. Oops. This one here. Let's try that over the top. Oh my God. Yeah, I will let you know when I remember. I'll ask Maureen. Maureen it is, isn't it? That's right. Maureen. Sorry, for a minute I kind of forgot how to pronounce it. So I've just put some of that Lunar Gold in the centre. Now, I'd done this for a while, putting eyeshadow on my lips. But what made me realise that it would really work is I saw on Pat McGrath's website she was doing it. But then she used her lip gloss to cover it, and that's what brought out the beauty, which is what made me use Charlotte's collagen lip bath. Now, if where's the collagen lip bath gone? What have I done with it? What did I do with the collagen lip bath? Is it over here? Excuse me a second. No. Where is it? I don't know what I've done with it. Net-a-Porter. Thank you. Thank you to whoever said Net-a-Porter. Probably. Ah, Ballroom Diva. Thank you, Ballroom Diva. Or should I say Julianne? Oh, I don't know what I've done with my collagen lip bath. I need a gloss. I need a gloss to put over the top. Anyway, imagine there's a gloss over the top. If I just lick my lips, you'll see it kind of brings out the shine. It would do it better with the collagen lip bath. But there you go. Now, I'll show you as well that you can use it as a bronzer. So if you take this lighter, I mean, obviously, if you're darker skinned, you could use a darker brown. But if you take this lighter brown here, you can use this as a bronzer. So you can use it on your entire face. And if it's a shame she hasn't got a sort of matte pink or something in this, because I would definitely use that as a blush. So I'm just using that with a setting brush from Real Techniques. What you could do with the darker brown, right in the corner, is use it as a sculpting shade, just right there. Wouldn't bring it too far in though, but it is a cool brown, so it will work. to pull in your cheeks a bit. And then with the lighter brown, I can contour my nose. And then with this one here, don't do it with the glitter shades unless you want a glittery face. But with this one here, which I use to highlight my lid, this makes a lovely highlighter. See? So you can use it on your entire face. So yeah, it's a considered purchase. But it's very versatile. So it's one that's worth saving up for, if you can. Now, I'm going to finish off by showing you this other palette again that I bought off a viewer. Oops. And next week, I will do a look. Do you want me to do a live look using this palette, or shall I do a video? Shall I do a video this week, or shall I wait until next week's live to do it? Let me know what you think. This is the Mothership 2. So this is the one I bought off a viewer who got a duplicate for Christmas. And both. You want both? Okay, so 2 different looks. Good idea. As I said, deliberately not mentioning her name unless she wants to say it was her. Or him. And they might not be on anyway. But anyway, so that's it. So that is the palette. So thank you so much. Also, I got it really quickly. And I love it. And I cannot wait. Shall I swatch them all before I go? Let me swatch them all. Because I know you want to. Let me swatch them all. Okay, so we have... I'll do finger swatches, I think. First of all, so we got... How many fingers, though? Oh, it's 10, so should be able to do that. So... First one we have Skin Show Glow, which is there. Sorry, I've got all sorts of stuff on my fingers just from blending. Yeah, do you know what I think? Because you're colouring as well, Julianne, and what you said about your eye colour and everything else, and if you like cools, I think you will like this palette more. So then you've got Copper Toned, which is there. Then you have Iconic, which is there. Then you have Bronze 005, which is insane. Then you have VR Nectar, which looks, it's really weird. Now, there's a good example. That looks pink, doesn't it? But when you look at it in the palette, it looks gold. It's pinky gold in different lights. Stunning. Then you have Extreme Black. So, other finger. There's Extreme Black, which has got, looks like it's got, now is that because I've just, no, that must be because I just swatched something else. No, that doesn't have sparkle underneath it. That's because I just used that for the green. Then you have Dark, which again, good transition colour. It's a matte. It's a cool matte brown. Actually, that's the only matte. Oh, the black and the brown are the only mattes in this palette. Then there is Rose Dusk. Then you have Blitz Emerald. And finally, let's get that black off my finger. And finally, you have Astral Ghost Orchid. So there you have it. So I will do a tutorial, and I will also do a live next week and do another look with it. Hey, Julianne, I know that you didn't mean for this to happen, but you've cheered me up by saying that, because you know I'm waiting for these horrible medical shoes which will keep my feet comfortable. But I own one pair of very worn out medical shoes. I used to be able to buy in a shop just for the odd event, you know, when I wanted to go up. I can't, and I've had to chuck things out, like boots, lovely patent leather boots and things. Never wear high heels, but I could wear flat heels, and I had these lovely patent leather boots. If anybody, by the way, I never used, even though I'm a size 2, I could never get into a size 2. I got into a size 4, but if anyone ever wants to buy, I still got some stored away. And they were Boden ones. They were really nice ones. Anyway, I can't buy anything like that now, because I can only get into my medical shoes. Nothing else will go on. I had to get rid of my Uggs. I had to get rid of everything. So the fact that I can't buy shoes kind of makes me feel a little less extravagant for buying so much makeup. But I have been buying clothes recently. Although only very recently. And I got this yesterday with a voucher that I found that I hadn't used for my birthday. Hence the pink top. This is from Marks and Spencer's, by the way. And I did, when I came on, you will see I had matching earrings on, but I took them out because they were getting in the way of me doing my makeup. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed today's look, and I will see you a little bit more going outy this one, I think, than the last look. But I hope you like it, and I will see you very soon, and I will be doing a couple more videos this week, so keep a lookout for me. Let me know, as always, any requests, let me know. Any questions, let me know. You know I always answer you guys. I love interacting with you all. I love it. You know, people go, oh, it's so nice of you to reply to me. Of course I'm going to reply to you. You watch my videos. Why would I not reply to you? I don't get it. Unless you've got like 10 million subscribers, I think you can kind of forgive Nikki Tutorials for not replying to every message. But, you know, I don't. I've got less than 500. I'm nearly there at 500. Then, you know, it's nothing to reply to everybody. It really doesn't take up that much time. And I love researching for everyone. So please do leave your messages. I love you all. Take care. Have a great day. I'm going to follow doctor's orders now and go and put my foot up again. All right.